Hello, I am Dr. Preeti Pandey, and today we are going to start with the topic of polymers. First of all, the definition of polymers. These are long chain macromolecules joined together by small monomer units. It is derived from the Greek word poly means many and mer means small units. Next, we go on to the mechanism of formation of a polymer, how a polymer is being formed. It is formed by three different ways. First is by opening a double bond, that is, you can see here CH2 double bond CH2 and you get a straight monomer. The next one is by opening a ring. This is gamma electron. We do not use a benzene ring. By providing a small amount of energy, this ring breaks and you get a straight monomer. The third point is by reaction of two different functional groups. Here we have used hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid. You can see the formation with the elimination of water molecule, you get a monomer. Next, we go on to the classification of polymers. The first is according to the shape and structure of the polymer. It is of three types: linear, branched and cross-linked. In linear, all the layers they are one after the other. In the branch-linked, they are at random fashion joined together, and in cross-linked, all the layers they are bind together by weak van der Waals forces of attraction. The next term is on the basis of origin. Either they are naturally occurring or synthetic. Naturally occurring, you have example of cotton, wool, etc. Synthetic, they are basically the chemical compounds which are prepared, and example is nylon, PVC, etc. The third topic is on the thermal activity. In thermal activity, it is of two types: thermoplast and thermoset. Thermoplasts, these are the ones which melt on heating and solidify on cooling, that is, they can take new shapes. Example is toys, buckets, combs, etc. Thermosets, these are the ones which do not melt at all on heating. Once they gain a shape, they cannot be remade. That is, example are cooker handles, telephone sets, switches, etc. The next is tacticity. In tacticity, this deals with the arrangement of the monomer unit along a polymer chain. First is isotactic. In this, all the monomers they are on the same side of the chain. Can you see this one after the other? Next is symbiotic. In this, there is an alternate arrangement. One monomer here, then second one here, third one here, etc. They have a regular alternate arrangement. Last is atactic. In this, they do not follow any regular fashion. They are at random. Now we are going to study about the chain reactions. The first chain reaction is free radical formation. In this, a free radical is being formed which is transferred onto the first monomer. Now this monomer gains the free radical and opens this double bond and attacks the next monomer. In the second state, that is chain propagation. In this affected monomer which has opened the double bond will transfer the that free radical onto the next monomer. It will open the double bond and join this one. Can you see this here? This is the original one. This is transferring over to the next. It has opened the double bond. Now it will transfer the free radical to the next monomer to form a long chain. After a certain limit of time, when the chain terminates, it takes four different ways. This is the first way, that is called as recombination. In this, two different radicals they combine together and form a stable compound and the chain stops. The second step is either by disproportion. In this, the last monomer, it will change its bond angle and magnitude, and hence the chain will stop. The third is use of chain inhibitor compounds like hydroquinone, etc., which stop the polymerization reaction. The last way is use of solvent molecules like hydroquinone or carbon tetrachloride. You can see the reaction with carbon tetrachloride. It is forming the final stable compound and the chain will stop. Ionic polymerization. In this, there are of two types: cationic polymerization and anionic polymerization. In cationic polymerization, first of all, we see that use of Friedel-Crafts reaction catalyst and SnCl4, the monomer, it is given a partial one extra electron and a partial negative charge. Now this negative charge, it will propagate For propagation, transfer it to the next one. Now here you can see the chain is propagating by addition of new monomer. The chain charge is transferring onto the next one and to the next one. In this way the chain keeps on propagating. Finally it will end, the chain will terminate with the help of disproportion mechanism, which is seen in the example given below. Here we are using the substituent groups. First the formation of a negative charge, then propagation of the chain, and finally the termination with help of disproportion.